Usually, I'm gonna start to see if Bomber has any. Oh, okay. 4 from tryout duel, and three from tryout, and 1 from ranked. As usual, I'm just gonna watch all 4 of these. So I'm guessing these are both loners. What deck is this? Copy Plant Nettles. Naturia Beast. Card of Safe Return. What? I'm guessing this is some kind of older plant deck. Goyo Guardian. Are there Earth Tuners in here? Typical plant deck. I mean, okay, yeah, I kind of figured. Especially since, you know, it's using cards like Dandelion and whatnot. Only have one save to demonstrate what happened before Konami decides throwing back to Plat 5. Yeah. Alright, and then Light Sworns. Which is old Light Sworns, I don't think were nearly as broken. As they are, well, now, but Light Sworns now are usually just paired up with Tier Limit. They never have to be spectacular. You know, I kind of forgot Mirror Force had an animation. And he scoops. But I'm assuming Card of Safe Return is not once per turn. When monsters special summon from your graveyard. Yeah, I can definitely see why that card is banned, especially in the current meta. But Maxi apparently is still fine. Yeah, Drytron, yeah. There's like Drytron, zombies and stuff, Labyrinth, Fiendsmith. Like, just to name a few. Crash. I know. I could tell by the music change, but I didn't know it had an animation. Yeah, especially Snake Eyes. That's the big one. Princess, Fire King as well. And then, you know, Dragon Link, Zombie, Vampire being abused. There's a lot. And he just scoops. Very nice, though. And this is another loner deck. What is... oh. They really put a stun deck as a loner. Or kinda. Need to break a special summon. If you got Vanity's Fiend, I think if the deck runs Vanity's Fiend, I think that almost automatically qualifies as a stun deck. Swords of Revealing Light as well. No, I don't want to copy that shit. Playing Ice Barrier IRO in July. Nice. I'm definitely gonna be whenever they come to the TCG, I'm definitely gonna be buying the new Lunalight cards because I have a Lunalight deck IRO. There it is. I didn't miss the animation that time. Inflicts piercing and gains 300 attack permanently whenever it does. I remember I used Wall of Thorns in my Aromage deck back in Duel Links. And he scoops. Okay. And then Blue Eyes versus... we will find out. The Roost Monster would negate? Oh yeah. Kinda forgot she could do that. Dang, starting off with Fusion Destiny. Okay. If he does have that... okay, I was gonna say, if he has that hero that goes into the back row, definitely save Ogre for that. Yep, Droplet. Spirit, add Mausoleum. Get your additional normal summon, though I don't think it matters. But yeah, Blue Eyes would also be a deck that would benefit from cards that save from that continuous spell. Considering how often you reborn your Blue Eyes from grave. Like, you were born Blue Eyes from grave, you were born Maiden from grave. It's just, yeah. Not to mention if Ultimate Spirit gets destroyed, it summons regular Spirit from grave. And that's the scoop. Simple but effective. Alrighty. On to Winda, and then if no one else has any or shows up by then, it'll just be Shadow then. Yeah, okay, so just this one against Drytron. Yeah, see you on Friday, Bomber. Yeah, bruh, memento. Alright, Jackal King. And then Endymion. since you didn't feel any, I'm assuming you didn't feel any delays, which is why it felt safe to keep Jackal King on the board. So now you can play around in a Nibiru if there is one. You should have used Into the Void first before scaling Endymion. Yeah, you should have used Into the Void before scaling Endymion. Playing to save Garura. Yeah, negating. Yeah, I know that negating Cyber Emergency is not a good idea because you can literally add it back if its activation gets negated, which is crazy to think about. It like automatically recycles itself as long as you have a card to discard for it. And yeah, just played through everything you had. But that's still why I like to always try to, have at least Endymion in the behind the extra monster zone, because in case they do make Anima, and then they try to, equip it, they realize they can't, and it's always hilarious. Alright, but I guess I'll just go on to watch Shadows then. Maybe a short viewer replay session then. Just lost 5 consecutive games? Jeez. Now how many do you have? Guess 3. Or 4. If I'm, not watching WCS. How many, let me read how many he said he had. Top few, not from the qualifier. All right, so I suppose I can watch all 4 of these, starting from the bottom one. And this one's against Christron. Honestly, you can kind of play around Thulos here with Institution and Spell Power Mastery. You can at least get a Jackal King out. Ah, okay. That's annoying, though. But you can Pendulum Summon out the Endymion and summon either a Jackal King. 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. Pendulum Summon both, and then you can use Servant. Or just end on that. Yeah, end on that. Don't give him an additional 2 draws by activating Servant. Yeah. Because, yeah, again, if you would have activated Servant, he would have gotten a draw 2 off of that Servant. So, it's better to just leave it with double Jackal King and an Endymion, I suppose. Nova, make Infinity. Negate. He negates as well. But you get the spell counters. When a card or effect, okay. So it negates and destroys. Bait the Infinity. Yes, perfect. Perfect bait. And then Endymion can negate by bouncing the Institution, and now you can use it again. Very nice. And he scoops. Very nice. I love it when Institution can just bait negates. Especially like if they destroy, because you can just protect it. Yeah, you take care of Winda. Double Servant. I mean, I guess it's fine since you have a way to resolve both. In case he has Ash. Then you can search a normal summon. Or not. Okay, that actually ended up working out for you, because now you can get that draw too. Lots of spells. And there's Basilisk. Yeah. Well, Basilisk isn't really doing anything. I'm guessing you're gonna pop the Servant and then just scale the other one, right? Yep. And of course, Super Poly. And now, unfortunately... Well, no, never mind. Endymion is live now because that spell counter goes on Servant. Really? Well, he still can't negate Endymion. Well, yeah, he can, but... Do you have anything to reborn from grave? I mean, you can reborn... that, but that's it. Can't attack Sir or Celine, so that's it. I mean, at least she still holds her spell counters, which is good, and you can still use Institution to search. And then pretty much any spell activation makes Servant live. So honestly, that's pretty good follow-up. And then Pendulum Summon for 3. Endymion, Jackal King, and I'm assuming another Jackal King. No, okay. Well, there's only one Jackal King, that makes sense. Summons Elbaz, negate. But at least they all get their attack back at the end of the turn. Dark remakes Selene. Or permanently steal the Dragon Sapelli, okay. Attacking him with the 0 attack for the BM. And he scoops. Very nice. You only run one Selene? Oh. I feel like having 2 is at least, you know, very safe, in my opinion. I mean, I'd do that too if I got super polyed like that. Or if I got double super polyed like that. Okay, that's a pretty good hand. And then D-Shifter makes it a little bit weaker, unfortunately. Are you gonna Desires first or just go straight for the Pendulum? Okay, yep, Desires and then Pendulum Summon. Let's see what you banished. Okay, 1 Endymion and 1 Jackal King, Master Cerberus. So you have 1 more Jackal King and Endymion left in the deck. And you drew the Jackal King. And you can summon the last Endymion from your deck as well, and then scale the Servant. Yeah. So the funny thing here is that if he had Maxi, he would have only gotten 2 draws and you have pretty much a full field. And he's under the effect of Shifter too, so... And that's all it took for him to scoop. And last one it looks like. Versus Snake Eye Fiendsmith. Fun. They died of 1 disruption. So pretty much like Ice Barrier. You disrupt, you pretty much get rid of their normal summon, they pretty much fold. Okay, let's speed this up. I mean, if I did have to make predictions for the ban list, they'd probably hit, like, the Millennium cards like Golem and Senjin. Like, maybe limiting them both to 1 or something. If they did have to hit the Millennia, if they did, like, make hits. Because, yeah, they can just do that. Wow. Mill, oh wow. That's an insane mill. Endymion, Jackal King, and 2 Spell Power Masters getting milled definitely hurts a bit. Even if you can reborn one of them with Selene. But Call by the Grave could come in handy against Snake Eyes, especially if you want to, you know, stop Flame Burge or Promethean Princess reborning. We're just gonna make Appaloosa. This is gonna be like 3 material Appaloosa. Or maybe even take it a step further and go for 4. Nope, okay. Desiree. Or is it a 2 material Appaloosa? Promethean, okay. Just remember, this all started to get enabled due to the Millennium engine getting into Zombie Vampire. But yeah, I think if anything, they should, if they want to at least make somewhat of an impact, at least limit the Millennium, like Sinjin and the Golem to 1 at least. But hey, Talents is live, as long as you can bait the Desiree. Yeah, of course they don't. And Desiree successfully baited. Now, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna Desires first or Talents? Alright, Desires, I guess, see what you draw. And then Talents take control, and he scoops. Of course he does. Yeah, but all you need to do is take control of that Appaloosa, and you were good to go. But very nice. Of course it is. Like, he didn't even bother to, like, try to play things out. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was dead at that point, but, you know. But, yeah, Talons OTK, yeah. But unfortunately, it looks like I guess that's it. For viewer replays, I suppose. A bit shorter, but no one has any, so, you know. Guess we're gonna be ending the stream early, so hope y'all at least, you know, enjoy your day, and, I guess I'll see y'all back here on Friday. Maybe we'll get more replays then. But until then, take care. Peace.